This video lesson will be an explanation for the example problems in the collision section of Chapter 7 PowerPoint. So before you go to solve these problems, make sure you print the example problems worksheet or have a separate sheet of paper to write down the problem as well as solutions, because you will submit these worked out example problems for an assignment. So make sure you write these down. Again, you can pause the video at any time or rewind it if you have any questions or you need something explained again. So we'll start off with an elastic collision example problem. Elastic collision, again, is where two objects collide and they don't stick together, they simply bounce off each other. So we're going to have two train cars that are moving towards each other. And what might be helpful is if you actually draw two train cars on tracks, one moving towards the right, one moving towards the left, and they both have the same mass, 10 kilograms. The left car was traveling at 2 meters per second towards the right, and then the right car was traveling 3 meters per second towards the left. Now eventually they will collide, and then after the collision, the left car, which was moving right, collides and then starts moving towards the left at 2.5 meters per second. So, letter A, what was the initial momentum of the right car? So momentum, we'll start with the formula. Momentum is equal to mass times velocity. So the mass was 10 kilograms. The velocity was 3 meters per second. So 10 times 3, hopefully you don't need your calculator for this, 30 kilometers times meters per second. So again, that's the label for momentum, kilograms, meters per second. Now let's look at the left car. What is the initial momentum of the left car? So we're going to use the same formula. Momentum is equal to m times v, mass times velocity. The mass of the left car was again 10 kilograms. They're the same mass for both cars. This one was originally traveling at 2 meters per second, so it's 10 times 2. So the answer would be 20 kilograms meters per second for its momentum. Letter C, what was the final momentum of the left car? So what we have to do is keep in mind what ends up happening to the left car. So we'll have the same formula, momentum is equal to mass times velocity. The mass will stay the same at 10, and its final velocity moving towards the left was given to you in the problem at 2.5. So 10 times 2.5 ends up being 25 kilograms meters per second. Letter D, what was the final momentum of the right car? Now we weren't given the velocity of the right car, but we can figure out the momentum based on the momentum of the left car. So here is a formula that you'll use quite a bit for elastic collisions. Now it looks a little complicated, but basically what you have is the mass and velocity of the first object plus the mass times velocity of the second object, that will be before the collision, is equal to the mass times velocity of the first object plus the mass times velocity of the second object after the collision. So the momentum will be conserved. So the momentum before and after will be the same amount. So the previous slides, and if you look above on your paper, the momentum of the first train we calculated to be 30, and the momentum of the second train was 20. Now that was before they collided as they were moving towards each other. And then after the collision, the momentum of the train you calculated was 25, plus the momentum of the right car. Now we're going to just use basic algebra to isolate x. So 30 plus 20 ends up being 50. And then you subtract 25 from both sides. Hopefully you don't need a calculator for this. You end up with 25 kilograms times meters per second. So that's the momentum of the right car after the collision. Let's look at example problem number 2. This is for inelastic collisions. This is where collisions take place and the two objects stick together and they act as if they're one object. Suppose you have a mass of 45.7 kilograms and are standing on frictionless roller skates or rollerblades. So you're just standing there and someone throws you a 2.5 kilogram mass and then you catch it. So the mass is thrown to you with a velocity of 14.5 meters per second. What will be your resultant velocity? So before the collision, you and the object are separate. And then after the collision, you catch it, and then so you and the object become one, and you're treated as one object. So this equation for inelastic collision starts off like the previous equation, m1v1 plus m2v2 equals. Now, in this case, it's inelastic. You only have one mass and one velocity. So the one mass will be the added mass of you and the object because you're stuck together. And then since you're one object, there's only one velocity. So that's why there's v1 afterwards. So you were 45.7 kilograms, and since you were just standing there on the roller skates, you weren't moving initially, so your initial velocity is 0. Plus, the object was 2.50 kilograms and was thrown at you with a velocity of 14.5. So that's the left side of the equal sign. And then you add your masses together, 45.7 for you, 2.50 for the object, and then one velocity because you're one object after the collision. So on the left side of the equal sign, 45.7 times 0 is 0, plus 2.5 times 14.5 is 36.25, and then 45.7 plus 2.50 in parentheses is 48.2. And hopefully you can figure out that you're just going to use algebra to isolate V1 by dividing both sides by 48.2. So 36.25 divided by 48.2 will equal the velocity after the collision, and that's 0.75 meters per second.